Now hear this road boy, I want you to put this man's cock, you know. Cause we vex. Cause a pussy road boy, I try to test you, see.
If you tell lies about me, I'm going to tell the truth about you. If that upsets you, good. Kit O'Connell, Antifa domestic terrorist, and his psycho mommy. Not really his mommy, actually.
Just an anti-theist.
I'd like to thank the person who prefers to remain anonymous for connecting the dots for me for the subject of this video. All I did was flesh it out. Somebody else made the initial discovery for me. So, thank you once again. You know who you are. This is the story of two men who have a very similar tattoo in the same place on their bodies, who also, come to think of it, look a lot alike, and who seem to share similar political leanings.
Fuck you, Nazi!
Well, let's get into it, folks. To dox or not to dox? That is the question. My answer is no. I don't dox. Keep in mind, if somebody puts their name and their face out there and says that they support Antifa, and then you go and say, hey, here's a person, here's their face, here's their name, and here's proof that they support Antifa, that's not doxing. You're just relating information that they've already made public. Okay? Let me tell you a little story, folks. I've been making videos critical of Antifa for almost a year now. All my criticisms are criticizing them insofar that they violate freedom and equality and civil liberties like the right to peaceably assemble and freedom of speech. And also the NAP, the non-aggression principle. In other words, you don't hit anybody unless you're defending yourself or somebody else. Antifa, they do not believe this. As they've shown over and over again, they simply attack people. They call it self-defense, but it's merely attacking. They go to events, they show up with weapons, and they attack people. Antifa also lies about what they do and what they stand for. They claim to be anti-fascist, they claim to be anti-racist, anti-bigotry, etc. But they are precisely what they accuse their enemies of being. They themselves are amateur fascists. They want to control what people can say and do. They actually attack people of color, African Americans, Asian Americans, disabled people, LGBT people, even animals, such as dogs that they've thrown explosives at. One of them stabbed a horse in the neck the other day. And quite literally, by definition, Antifa are domestic terrorists. The definition of terrorism is an organization or a group that uses violence or the threat of the use of violence to make other people meet their socio-political demands. That's what they do. They are domestic terrorists. So, the Antifa people who have caught wind of my videos are not very happy with me. But they haven't done anything except empty threats. As I documented in my video called Accused of White Supremacy and Assaulted, Confronting Antifa at the General Strike Against Trump, I know that was a mouthful, on February 17th, I took part in my town's general strike against Trump. I brought my camera, I started filming. 3 of them seemed like Antifa. I went up to them with my camera and I asked them some hard questions. They did not like that. One of them took my photo, this one right here. This person's name is Ariel Howland. Ariel Howland made this meme right here, in which this person assumes I am a white supremacist, which to be, whether it's legally slander or not, is just not acceptable. You can't just make up stuff about people. And by the way, I'm pretty sure it was these 3 who spread the rumor like wildfire through all the people at that rally that I'm a white supremacist, to the point where people were coming up to me and saying, hey, what's up with you being a white supremacist? Okay, now, of course Ariel Howland and these other 2 Antifa people, they can practice their freedom of speech. And so can I. If you tell lies about me, I'm going to tell the truth about you. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell the truth. If that upsets you, good. So, Ariel Howland took this photo, spread it all over the internet, amongst Antifa groups, BAMN groups. It made the rounds. Then they started doing the same thing to my girlfriend Tabitha. They even started sharing our own personal
What?
that were not meant for the public. Then they started putting out our information. Granted, most of this information was wrong, but they got some of it right. They've threatened us. They threatened to pay us a visit at our own home, which they didn't quite do. In a passive-aggressive manner, what they did is they left a sticker on our front door. Then when we told them, haha, we're not afraid of you, they did it again the very next morning. Then they took photos of our front door, disseminated our correct address amongst their networks, and stole this wooden sculpture you can see right here, which Tabitha was working on for months. So let's get this straight. We didn't dox them, they doxed us. We told the truth about them, they've lied about us. We didn't threaten them, they have threatened us. So, gloves off. Now, Tabitha has found hundreds of these people. She has not doxed them, she merely found out people who proudly, publicly, virtue signal that they are in support of Antifa or BAMN, and put these people together in what she calls her wanted posters. Again, this is not doxing, this is all information they themselves make public. Nevertheless, these people are freaked out as if we were giving away secrets, and got upset that we were sharing what they themselves share publicly. Since then, we've been threatened like wildfire. We've even been threatened by somewhat famous Antifa people, like these people here, and this one here, who's famous for publicly wiping her ass with the American flag and sharing the video all over the internet. For the detailed backstory on all this, we have videos. You can see the links in the video description below, and there's much more of this tale to tell. I'll tell it in a future video, but for now, let's move on. Keep in mind, Antifa, as I've proven in some of my videos, actually attack all sorts of people. They occasionally go up against people who are self-proclaimed neo-Nazis or whatever, but most of the time they attack regular people. People who are not white, even animals, as I mentioned earlier. So Antifa, fuck you. You're not just, you're not right. Opposing Antifa is not being wrong, it's not being far right, it's standing up for justice. These people are sociopathic injustice warriors, and we must oppose them. And if you show publicly your support of Antifa, and we share that information, who do you have to blame, you moron? It's yourself. You should not support domestic terrorism. With that in mind, let's turn to this guy right here, the Screeching Weasel.
Fuck you, Nazi! Fuck you, Nazi! Fuck you, Nazi!
I'm not a Nazi.
Fuck you, Nazi! Fuck you, Nazi!
I'm a journalist.
Fuck you, you're not a journalist! Fuck you, Nazi!
I am.
Fuck you, you're not a
How
journalist!
do you know which side I'm on?
Fuck you, you're not a journalist if you're acting like this! Don't fucking touch me! Do not fucking lay your hands on me! Fuck you! Fuck you! Don't touch me! Do not fucking touch me! Do not fucking touch me! Do not fucking touch me!
You know better.
Do not fucking touch me!
I think you need to go. Out of the way.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
He's just saying, go get your clitoris cut off. Go get your clitoris cut off. Can I help you?
Fuck you!
Why?
Fuck you, Nazi!
I'm not a Nazi.
Fuck you, Nazi!
This was in Austin on June 10th, just the other day, 2017, and this is one of the people there to protest against the anti-Sharia rally. In other words, there were people there who were protesting against Sharia law, or the idea of Sharia law being established in America, which means that they are standing up for equal rights for women and for everybody else, standing against things like female genital mutilation, child brides, and so on. And then Antifa showed up to protest against these people. In other words, Antifa showed up to support Sharia law. Sharia law is theocratic, patriarchal, oppressive, sexist. So if you support Sharia, you're on the wrong side, Antifa. And so are you, Screeching Weasel. And so are you, his caretaker, or his mommy, or whatever you are, you psycho. Look at the psycho lady. Watch this.
Are you okay, ma'am? This is kind of concerning. Do we need to talk to somebody?
Fuck you! Fuck you!
I don't know why you're just staring at me.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Wow, what the dang hell is going on there? Okay then, lady.
Hi, ma'am. Can I help you with something? You've got some deep-seated issues, I think. Where'd you get that sun hat? It's kind of bright out here. I'd like to have one. No?
Now, wait a minute. Let's look at this guy's tattoo. Huh. A semicolon. Okay. Now, let's turn to this Kit O'Connell. There's a person out there who puts out his name, puts out his face, and writes propaganda pieces in support of Antifa, a domestic terrorist organization. In the video description below are links to his social media, his Facebook, his kitoconnell.com, his Twitter, and his pieces that he's written for It's Going Down, which is political propaganda in support of Antifa and BAMN. And there is a link to this article/video, co-authored by Kit O'Connell and Eleanor Goldfield. Here's a bit of the video. Let's take a quick look.
And harkening back to last week's free speech episode, this isn't about letting people have their dissenting opinions. This is about people coming to a peaceful event looking to literally beat progressive values out of people. And that is not free speech. That is fascism.
Oh, really? Now, I don't know if you folks noticed what just went on there. This is very typical of Antifa. They described precisely what they do, and then said that their ideological enemies did that. It amazes me. The level of absurdity. Is this some cosmic joke? I mean, it seems so unreal. It is so ignorant and so absurd and so hilarious, but, you know, also there's violence going on here. I mean, stabbing horses and whatnot. I'm willing to bet that before the summer's over, Antifa will kill somebody. They will at least discharge their firearms at people, if nothing more. So this is absurd, but it's also horrifying. It's just some weird mixture. This is a very strange time in history, folks. And in a lot of ways, the left and the right are switching places. Now, I'm not supporting any particular group whatsoever, but here's the point. What she just said was a perfect description of Antifa. Make no mistake, Antifa uses violence to shut down other people's freedom of speech and then claim it's their freedom of speech to do so. They violate the civil liberties of peaceable assembly and freedom of speech with violence and then claim that the people they attacked are doing exactly what they are doing. This is typical of Antifa. Keep in mind, this was co-authored by this person, Kit O'Connell. Kit O'Connell, if you look at his Facebook, has lots of support of Antifa. He's in their groups, he likes their pages, etc. You can see it on your screen. This is just a small sample. It goes on and on and on. Kit O'Connell also has photos of the events of Austin on the 10th. The one where the Screeching Weasel was there with, oh, wait a minute. Huh. Look, Kit O'Connell's tattoo. Where have we seen that before? Could it be? Nah, just a coincidence, I'm sure. They just happen to have the same look, the same tattoo, the same political leanings, the same hate-filled rage, the same proclivity towards lying and propaganda, and the same support of Antifa, a domestic terrorist organization. But I'm sure all that's just a coincidence. Now, if you're like me, sometimes you wonder if somebody who's supporting Antifa actually knows what they actually do. And then, if you're like me, you might wonder if you'll ever get an honest answer about it anyway. And then, if you're like me, you ask them anyway. So, I'm going to try this with Kit. I'm going to show him some videos of who Antifa actually attacks and see if he condones it. Let's see if he takes the extremist view of Moldylocks, for example, who says, yes, it is okay to throw explosives into a crowd of mixed people of all sorts of colors because that's how it goes. Oh shit, he's blocked me. Wow. I have never dealt with this person before, but he's blocked me. Well, he is part of the whole network of people who have been doxing Tabitha and I. And these people do recommend to each other that they block us. Well, I guess I can't ask him. Oh well, it's not my fault. What do you think, folks? Oh, and remember his mommy or his caretaker or whoever? I found her identity on Facebook, but I'm not going to give it out. Why? Because she shows no public support of Antifa. Anyway, there's links in the description below to all this stuff. Please check it all out.
Just an anti-theist.